So, Marvel and Disney, what's happening over there today? uh, does anybody know what's happening over at Marvel and Disney today? I think all of us just want them to start making good movies again. In terms of the Marvel heroes, they've fallen short with that recently. A quick story I just thought about in terms of Blade. Uh, my brother Me and my brother grew up collecting comic books, and there was a stage at which I felt out of it. And because he stayed in it, he was able to help me get back into it later on in life. So he saw the Blade movie, the initial Wesley Snipes uh, Blade movie, and then he showed it to us at my father's house. And those of you who have seen the first Blade movie, you know that it opens up with a bit of a rave, an underground rave for the vampires, where the vampires are hanging out, and there's a human who comes in and he realizes that he's surrounded by vampires, and Blade comes into the party and he's slicing everybody up, and the scene ends with a vampire, I think, running down the street with his arm chopped off. And after we watched that scene, my father says, "Yeah, this seems like the type of movie your brother would be into." Anyway, fast forward to 2023. So I actually had to re-record this portion of this video because, out of respect, it's important to pronounce someone's name correctly, and there have been instances in my life where my name has been butchered. So, out of respect for Mr. Ali, I decided to re-record this. So, just briefly, Mahershala Ali, he's in much the same way that The Rock championed the Black Adam movie over on the DC side. Mahershala Ali has championed this Blade movie in the MCU, and it looks like he has had a strong hand in its development, and he is not just taking what the production team is giving him and just accepting it. It looks like he's pushing back and saying, "No, these are my visions for the character. These are my standards. This is what I think, and I think this is what the character should do. This is how the character should be portrayed, and this is the character arc that the character should undergo," and so on, etc., etc. And I think that's a great thing, because what Marvel and Disney have put out there for us phases one through three of the MCU, well, all you have to do is look at YouTube and social media to see how those movies have been received, with the exception of Spider-Man, No Way Home, and maybe one other. So I applaud Mahershala Ali for pushing back and saying no, and saying this is how the character should go. So this article was published on March 12th. It was a month ago, but it's still important to capture this because I think more of the actors and actresses need to do this. This was written by Richard Nevins, and it's entitled "Blade: Mahershala Ali reportedly demanding changes to MCU script." As the MCU undergoes some major internal changes, Blade star Mahershala Ali reportedly has a number of his own changes he wants to see for his solo outing. While Blade became one of the MCU's most anticipated new movies upon its announcement at San Diego Comic-Con 2019, it's faced more than its fair share of issues during development, leading to multiple delays to its release date. The vampire-centric solo story recently went through an incredibly public director change, with Yan Demang, or Demange, reportedly taking over for Bassem Tariq after the production schedule didn't allow Tariq to continue with the movie. And with many of these issues stemming from Ali's vision for what he wants in Blade, it's no surprise for fans to see that he's having a massive impact on the way this new MCU film is made. Insider Jeff Snyder shared new insight into Mahershala Ali's requests for the Blade script in an appearance on the Hot Mic podcast. Snyder explained that Ali is heavily involved with Blade's story process, so much so that he has demanded script changes all the time in recent months. Ali, who propelled the project into development after meeting with Marvel Studios in 2019, allegedly feels that Blade is his movie and has thus worked to infuse his vision into its story and direction. But this could also be for the best, as Ali is a proven creative genius, having won not one but two Acting Academy Awards. This comes at a time when Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has reportedly become worn thin, overseeing dozens of projects at once, all while putting out fires with this movie and across the rest of the MCU. Mahershala Ali's passion for Blade has been well documented over the past few years, with other reports noting his frustration about how difficult it's been to get the movie off the ground. And with his resume as a multiple time Oscar winner, it's clear that he wants to impart as much of his own influence as possible upon Eric Brooks' long-awaited MCU debut. After making his MCU debut via voiceover cameo in Eternals, MCU fans are anxious to see what the half-vampire will do once he's fully introduced and bringing his supernatural adventures to the big screen. And while he's shared how much fun he had recording that cameo alone, he appears to have much more up his sleeves for this iconic Marvel anti-hero. Blade is currently set to debut in theaters on September 6th, 2024. So that's the article. I'm leaving it below in the description box below. So once again, I applaud Mahershala Ali for doing this. I'm a fan of his. I enjoy his acting. He's been in a lot of movies and TV series. I think he was the bad guy in that first season of Luke Cage, I think. I could be wrong. But he's been in everything. I was just recently watching Green Book with him and Viggo Mortensen a couple of weeks ago, and I enjoyed his portrayal of that character. I called it Green Book, but is it The Green Book? The Green Book, whichever. You know which one I'm talking about. But I applaud him for this because he's pushing back and saying, no, this is how the character should go. This is how the character should be. And he's not just taking what Marvel Studios, those writers and creators over there, have given him. Recently, they have not shown that they can recreate the magic of phases 1 through 3 of the MCU, which made us all fall in love with it. And they've let most of us down with what they've done in phase 4. So salute to you, Mr. Ali, and I look forward to seeing this Blade movie. I wonder if my father's reaction will be similar to this one as it was to the first one. His reaction to the movie, and my brother. This is Big Discussions 76, Entertainment and Media. First of all, please like this video, please share it, and please subscribe to my channel if you see fit. If you want to make a donation to the channel, that information is below in the description box. You can also leave a super thanks. Also, please consider joining the Big Words LLC Newsletter. In addition to being a YouTube content creator, I'm also a writer with 2 blogs and a book project on the way. So with that, everyone, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have comments in the comments section below. Stay safe out there. And as always, remember that your attitude determines your altitude. Always try to do your best. Take care, and I will talk to you the next time. Bye-bye.